Hi, welcome. Good morning from overcast Los Angeles to wherever you are today. I am Stefanie Goldstein. I'm one of the co-founders of the Center for Mindful Living, and I am so happy to be here with you this morning. So let's see who is joining us. We have Erica from Los Angeles, feeling a wee bit stuck. Yep. Mike from Maryland, James from Florida, Lisa from Santa Monica. Hi, just down the street. Barbara from Chile, New York City, Beth from Connecticut, Emma from the UK, Kelly from Palos Verdes. Let's see, bonjour from Quebec. Love that. And we have Joanne from Ontario, Toby from San Bernardino, another Ontario, Robin from Michigan. Wonderful. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So as Elisha mentioned, if you were with us last week, we've been doing these meditations, these free online global gatherings every Sunday for the last 6 years. It's really, I sort of can't believe it's been that long, but we have been doing it for that long. And it's always been free, and they will continue to be free. And we recently decided that we are opening up the possibility to give donations if you feel so moved, if these meditations have touched you, if you have the means to give. And it's really to be able to have scholarships for the participants in the Mindful Living Collective and all the programs so that that can continue to be open to everyone and also to support our teachers. And so we just genuinely appreciate any and all acts of gratitude in that way, and know that your presence is also so deeply appreciated and is always welcome. And no one will ever be turned away. And so this will continue to be free always. And the donation is just if you are able and if you feel so moved. And the PayPal link is one of the first comments up there. So, hi, how are we doing? We're almost at a year, you guys. March 13th. I mean, we are just a week shy of this pandemic, this global pandemic that has rocked all of us to our knees, and we are about to complete the full year. And I just want to do a quick check-in. And so let me just see, how are you doing? And so just with, a comment or two of how you're feeling, it could be, just one word, a couple of words. Let's see, Gwen says she's feeling grateful. Hi, Bill from West Hollywood. One of the things that I have noticed during this pandemic is just how wavy the emotions are. And because I'm a clinical psychologist and I see patients every week, and then I have my own experience of moving through this pandemic, I have really noticed that there are cycles. And we collectively, there is an energy that happens in the world, or at least I have experienced in the United States, where sometimes we're like, okay, we got this. We've got the rhythm down. We figured this out. We've pivoted. We found our flow. And then there's other times where it's just so overwhelming and so intense. And I feel like we're in this precarious place right now. And I implore you to leave politics out of this, but where vaccines are available and becoming more and more readily available. And so hope is emerging for many people because of that. And then with that now becomes change again. How do we go back? How do we reconnect? My kids will be starting school in about a week, one afternoon a week for 3 hours. And that's, while so exciting, and we are thrilled to be able to have them start to go back and have some semblance of normalcy, it also brings up so many feelings and overwhelm of how, as two working parents, we're going to navigate 3 kids with 3 different schedules. And so how are you doing? And so let's see. James is feeling grateful. Shelly, hopeful and grateful. Lisa, good night's sleep. Oh, I had one too last night. It was so lovely. I hadn't had one in a while, and it's so needed. We're hopeful now that we got our first vaccine. I do best in times of trouble. Yes, very wavy emotions, especially this winter. Hopeful. We're weary from riding the waves. Yes, lonely, grateful, healthy, vaccinated, had both vaccines, hopeful, grateful, fortunate. Wow. I love that. This is really, I think, one of the first times in this past year where you can really feel the hope in a new way, and it's powerful. And this is also an opportunity, a moment to be intentional about how we re-emerge from this cocoon, from this time of pause, this great pause that has given us the opportunity to really slow down, to connect deeply with ourselves, with our immediate surroundings. I know my neighbors better than I ever have before, and there's a real sweetness and connection in the neighborhood. And there's the neighborhood chickens and the neighborhood little jungle gym. And there's just been a lot of beautiful things that have emerged from having our lives so small. And there's been a lot of loss of having them so small also. And so as we begin to expand out, how do we do it in a way that isn't reactive, but is responsive, is intentional, is thoughtful, and really trying to cultivate a way of being that connects the good from this great pause from our smaller life and the good from the bigger life, the opportunities to travel again and to hug our friends and loved ones and to just be in a way that feels more free than we have had. And there are still deep waves of emotion that come. And I can tell you just for myself, as my kids go back to school, there's a lot of emotions that come with this of, okay, how are we going to do this? What is this going to look like? And the change that comes. And then we will continue to do more and more. And so I just ask us to all take a deep breath and exhale. Let it sigh out all that we've been holding and just arrive in this moment. As we begin our practice together, find a comfortable position. Close your eyes if that feels comfortable, leaving them open and just having a slight gaze on the floor in front of you. And just find the breath, your beautiful life source that has been with you every step of the way, mirroring your feelings, your emotions, your overwhelm, your hopefulness, your resilience. This beautiful breath. Deeply breathing in and allowing for a slow, long exhale. Breathing in and breathing out. With each breath, an invitation to connect to yourself, to arrive home, to inhabit your one precious body in this moment, because there is no other moment but this one. Now allowing your breath to find its natural rhythm, and the body in its infinite wisdom knows how to breathe itself. And I invite you now to check in with your body. Notice any areas of tension or tightness or holding. And see if you can invite those places to gently begin to soften. There are some usual suspects: unfurrowing the brow, releasing the jaw, dropping the shoulders, releasing the chest, uncoiling the belly, releasing the muscles and the buttocks, and releasing the arms and legs of any holding. Almost imagining there's a warm blanket enveloping you, gently inviting the muscles to soften. And at the same time, standing strong in your posture, having a soft front and a firm back. This soft front allows us to be open and receptive, to let in the good. And the firm back allows us to stay grounded in ourselves, maintain our healthy boundaries, and feel strong and resilient. Breathing in the strong, firm back, feeling the roots grounded, and breathing out the soft front that can move with the waves and the wind, that is open and receptive. Noticing if there's any resistance to this notion, this sense of being, the both and. Resistance can come up in many ways. It can be obvious. It can be subtle, just as mind wandering. Be gentle and loving and nurturing with this resistance. It's trying to protect you. And so if you feel like you need a little extra love and tenderness and gentleness, maybe placing a hand or two on your body in some way, on your heart or your belly, or even giving yourself a hug, and receive yourself exactly as you are in this moment. Whole, resilient, resourceful, joyful, overwhelmed, confused, loving, kind. Your whole, complete, beautiful soul, perfect exactly as you are in this moment. Holding all of the mixed emotions, the grief and loss from this last year, the trepidation about what's to come, the hopefulness about the world healing and opening back up. We are so capable of holding it all. And so opening your heart just a little bit bigger, sipping in a breath that's a little bit deeper. And opening up to your luminous being in all your glory. Breathing in and breathing out. Expanding your awareness now to include all the luminous beings meditating here together. There's over 100 of us all across the world, and many more that will join later. Each of us holding so much and so resilient and capable and beautiful and light-filled. And each of us tending to our own hearts and expanding that love to hold us all together. And imagining that light joining and beaming out into the world. Imagining the ripple effects of our collective love and light and groundedness and grace. Soak it in. And returning once again to the breath, I invite you to take 3 long, slow, deep breaths with that soft, receptive, open front and that firm, grounded, steady back. Breathing in breathing out. Tapping into a sense of deep knowing that in this moment, all is good. And if your eyes were closed, gently opening your eyes, allowing your body to stretch and move in whatever way it so desires. And just take a moment to soak this in, to really feel how this felt and the ripple effects and the reverberations. And check in with see how you're doing now, noticing what's different and how you perhaps want to bring some of this as you walk into the rest of your day and as we do officially reach the year mark next week. And so how was that for you? What did you notice? Let's see. Day by day, one breath at a time, hopeful and overwhelmed. Yes, feeling more relaxed and hopeful. In this moment, all is well. Yes, I think sometimes, and I know I forget that all the time when I get caught up in the daily minutia and the overwhelm. I forget that actually all is well. And yes, there's things I need to figure out, and there are issues and there are struggles, but all is well. And it's that both and, that there are things we need to attend to, and we're okay. Having that soft front and that firm back. And so it was softening and calming, heart opening, hopeful and grateful, calmer, soothing and calming, felt recentered, released, reground. Yes, yes. And so thank you all. And if you feel so moved to donate, we deeply appreciate it. It will help others to get mindfulness all over the world. And it'll also be an appreciation to our teachers who have donated their time. And if not, know that you are also always welcome. And we appreciate your presence deeply, because I really today in particular could feel the power of our community, all of our lights together, reverberating out in the world and feeling that deep sense of connection. And it only happens because you continue to show up for yourself, for our community, for each other. And so thank you. I wish you all a beautiful day, and to be kind and tender towards yourselves and each other as we reach this year mark, because I think it's going to be profound for all of us. So thank you. And as always, we are here every Sunday. Thanks so much.